So good morning. I am Prabhu Bevinmaran, Assistant Professor, Department of CSE, BAD CET, Vijaypur. So in this section, we shall discuss bubble sort algorithm and its implementation and applications of two-dimensional array, that is addition of two matrix, subtraction of two matrix. So let us first understand what is meant by sorting. The sorting is nothing but arranging the data in either ascending or descending order. So there are many sorting algorithms are existed. They are simple sort, bubble sort, merge sort, quick sort, etc. But in this section we shall discuss the C program implementation for bubble sorting technique. So let us first understand how this bubble sort name has come. So bubble sort gets its name because the elements tends to move into a correct order during swapping. So here smaller elements bubbles top of the list in each iteration during sorting process. See, let us consider an example. So this is our initial list. So we want to sort these elements in a ascending order. So in case of bubble sort, the adjacent numbers will be compared each other, right? So the previous number, suppose if previous number is greater than the next number, then a swap will be taken place. So here the 5 is greater than 3, so swap will be performed. So this is first step. In a second step, the second number is compared with the third one. So here second number is smaller than third number, so the swap is not necessary. See, in third step, the third number is compared with the fourth one. Since it is greater, so the swap will be taken place. So in a fourth step, the fourth number is compared with fifth one, so fourth number is greater than fifth, so that a swap is required. So in fifth step, so here for the comparison, no other number is left here. So this is called as what here? One iteration. So in each iteration, the number will be arranged in correct order, and smaller number will be top ups. So that's why it is called as bubble sort. So this process will be repeated until no more swapping is required, right? So let us implement a program. So we have declared a variable n to decide how many number of elements we want to sort. So this is an array of size 25, maximum 25 elements we can store. So this is used to point to the array locations, and this indicates how many number of the iterations has to be continued. And this is also one of the index variable, and temp variable is used to swap the numbers. So initially we ask the user to enter the value of n. So whenever the user enters the value of n as a 5, it means that the 5 numbers he can store in a memory location, and 5 numbers are used for sorting. So and these two statements are used to store 5 elements entered from the keyboard into a respective consecutive array memory locations. So initially I value is 0, I is less than n, so the condition is true, n value is 5, so it will enter into the loop. So this particular statement will be executed inside a loop. So this statement will read a number from a keyboard and it will store it into respective memory location, which depends upon what here, the value of I. So right now the value of I is 0, so it means a of 0 nothing but first memory location. In a first memory location, first value is stored. So again it go back to the loop. The value of I is incremented by 1. So I is less than n, condition true. Again this statement will be repeated. So next value will be stored in this particular location. So it will continue till the value of I is less than n. So once after successful execution of these two statements, so all the values will be stored in a array location in this manner. So the next step is we have to sort all these values in ascending order by applying bubble sorting technique. So here this particular variable is used to decide how many number of iterations are required, right? So here iteration is 0, initialized to 0, and this is less than n. So this condition is true, it will come inside this loop here. So again what we are doing, we are declaring I is equal to 0, I is less than n minus iteration minus 1 here. So this becomes, j is less than, so j becomes how much here, j less than, so n value is say 5 minus the iteration value is what here, 0 minus 1. So this becomes j is less than 4, j is less than 4. Okay, so here what happens, this condition is true, it will enter into this particular loop, it will enter into this particular loop. So a of j means the first element of a list, a of j plus 1 means what here, the second element of a list. So these two numbers will be compared. See here a of j, nothing but the first number is greater than what here, second number. So then what will happen here, a swapping will be taken place. So we will store a of j into what here, temp. So temp becomes what here, 5, and next a of j becomes a of j plus 1, nothing but a of j becomes what here, 3. Again we will copy the content of temp to what here, j plus 1. So means this value, the 5 is stored here and 3 is stored here. Again what we do, again we have to compare this number with what here, this one, so that this loop will be repeated back. So here j value is incremented by 1, so j is what here now, 1. So 1 means what here, this particular value, and j plus 1 means what here, this particular value. So these two will be compared. So here the a of j is not greater than a of j plus 1, so swap is not required. So again the loop will go back and j value is incremented by 1. So now j value is what here, 2, nothing but we compare this value with what here, this one. So this is a of j and this is a of j plus 1. So this process will be continued till all the adjacent values are compared. So once after this, again we will go back to this iteration loop. So this will be incremented by 1. So this is incremented by 1. So it indicates second iteration. So in first iteration, so this is a result of a sorting. So temporary sorted values, auxiliary sorted values. In a second iteration, same steps will be repeated. So this process will be repeated till all the values are sorted and no more comparisons are required. So once after all the values are sorted, so the result will be present in the array, the same array. It will be present in same array. So what we do, we will display each and every element of the array by using these two statements. So we initialize I to what here? 0. So a of I means what here? First element is displayed on the screen, and again it will go back to this for loop. I value is incremented by 1. So now a of I is what here? A of 1. Second value will be displayed. So let us execute this program in terminal. Gedit. So the program name already I have created. See, as usual, array iteration temp variable, and this is a code for the sorting, and these two particular lines will read a values from the keyboard and store it into array, and these two lines will display the result, sorted list. So let us execute this program. Go to terminal. So the name of the program is bubble sort.c, cc bubble sort.c. So the program is correct since it has not displayed any error. ./a.out. So first it is asking you to enter the value of n. Say assume I want to sort 6 values. That's why I have entered as a 6. So now we have to give 6 values which is in non-sorted order. Say 5, 2, say 8, say 9, say 1, say 7. 6 values. See, it has produced a result which is in sorted order. So we shall execute one more time. So now I want to sort 10 values. So value of n is what here? 10. So give a 10 elements: 9, 7, 1, say 3, say 5, say 14, 15, 3, 8, 6, 5, yes, enter. So the number is in sorted order. See 1, you can see here, this is a result. So next we shall see how the two-dimensional array concept is used to implement some of the concepts. So in this section we shall discuss the addition of two matrices, that is A matrix size is 3 cross 3 and B matrix size is 3 cross 3. So we want to add the matrix A with B, and we want to store a result in the matrix C here. Okay, so how the addition is performed here? First we have to read the elements of the matrix A, and we have to store in the form of row and column using two-dimensional array concept. Similarly, we have to read the elements of matrix B, and we have to store in the form of row and column. The first element of A is added with what here? the first element of the B, like this. So this particular element is represented as, say, A of 0, 0. So this particular element is represented as, so this is a matrix B, B of 0, 0. So the result will be stored in C of 0, 0, right? So similarly, to read this value, so to add this value, first we have to access this particular value. So this value is accessed by specifying A of 0, 1, this is B of 0, 1. After performing addition, this is stored at the location C of 0, 1. So this process will be continued till all the values of A are added with all the values of B, and it is stored in respective locations. So let us implement a program using two-dimensional array concept. So here we have declared three matrices, the matrix A, B, C. The size of each matrix is what here, 25 cross 25, right? So maximum we can store 25 elements, that is 25 row of the elements and 25 columns of elements here. And these two parameters are used, these two variables are used to hold the row and column size of each matrix. So this is going to point to the row of each matrix, and this particular index variable pointed to the column of a matrix. So first we will ask the user to enter the size of matrix A and B. So the size of matrix A and B is, suppose if I enter 3 and 3, so the 3 will be stored in M, this 3 will be stored in N, then it means that it's a 3 cross 3 matrix. So once after reading the size of the matrix, so we are asking the user to enter the element of each matrix. So this particular for loop will point to the row always, and this will point to the column of a matrix. So I is equal to 0 and j is equal to what here, 0. So I is equal to 0, I is less than m, I is less than m, condition is true, it will enter into the loop, and j is what here, 0, j is less than n, so condition is true, it will enter into the loop. So this particular statement will read the value from the keyboard, and it will store in A of 0, A of 0, A of 0, 0, means first location. In first location, first element will be stored. Again what will happen, so this particular for loop will be executed. So this for loop will store the first 0th row, first column, 0th row, second column, and once first row is stored with all the elements, it will again jump back to what here, second row, with the help of this particular for loop. So when these two for loops are executed completely with the condition satisfying, then all the elements will be stored in the matrix in this form. So next we are asking the user to enter the elements of matrix B. So these same statements will be repeated for matrix B. So here instead of A we have specified it as what here, B, means it represents the matrix B. Next what we do, we read the same for loop. So this particular for loop will always point to the row of a matrix, this will point to the column of a matrix. So the first row, first column value is added to what here? First row, first column value of B. After addition, the result will be stored in first row, first column of a matrix C. So this process will be continued till all the elements are added from matrix A to matrix B. So like this. So this indicates what here? The matrix A first 0th row, 0th column value, and this indicates 0th row and 0th column of matrix B. See, after addition, so this matrix is what here? C. The result will be stored in the first 0th row and 0th column of matrix C. So next what we do, once after addition, so this particular matrix will be constructed, the result matrix. So to display the value of the result matrix, again we read row wise, column wise, each and every element of the matrix in this manner, and we will display it on the screen. So let us execute the matrix addition program in terminal. Yes, addition of two matrix. So go to gedit, say new file, click here. So conio dot is not required, so clear screen is also not required. Yes, save this file, say add matrix dot C. Yes, same code is there. So 3 matrices. So these lines will read the matrix A values. These lines will read matrix B elements. These line will perform the addition of the matrix, and these lines will display the result of the matrix. So save this and go to the terminal. CC add matrix dot C. So dot slash A dot out. So it is asking you to enter the size of the matrix. So 3 cross 3. So first you have to enter the elements of the matrix A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 6. So this is these are the elements of matrix A. Matrix B elements 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And see, this is the result of the matrix. See, the first element of matrix A is added with the first element of matrix B. So this is what here the result. See, then how to write a program for subtraction of two matrix, and the result has to be stored in a matrix C. See, everything is the same, just we have to change a sign. So go to the terminal, go to the program. So instead of plus, we have to just mention it as what here, minus. So once again you save the file. So go to the program execution, recompile the program, execute the program. So now you enter the size of the matrix as 2 cross say 4, 5, say 9, 8, say 2, 3, say 7, this is 6. So this is what here the result of the matrix. See here we have specified the array size as what here, 25 cross 25, means maximum 25 row of the elements we can store and 25 column of elements we can store. Thank you. In next section we shall discuss the concept of string manipulation functions along with program examples. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos on the C programming concepts. Also leave your comment for further improvement of the content. Thank you.